Okay, we're going to just check some connections behind this outlet and see how good of a job they did hooking this up. So there's our black wire. Copper isn't quite around the screw head all the way. Our insulation looks like it might be pinched under the corner there. And see how they don't even have the wire around our screw properly here. You can see the insulation pinched under the screw head and the copper nut under the screw head all the way around. Same with our black wire. It's up on the plastic on the side there. So let's see if our polarity is right. Our black wire is live, so it's hooked up right. And they left paper behind it too, so we gotta get that out of there. And you can see where the screw pinched down on the insulation there. And they have a lot of paint on our ground wire here, so we can take it off. So here in the country I was born in, your white wire goes on the silver screw, which is the wide slot. Your black wire goes on the brass screw, which is the narrow slot, and your bare green wire goes on the ground screw. So let's close the screws we're not going to be using, so especially in a metal box, so that they don't touch the box and short out on something. Okay, so we'll get our ground wire back in here. Okay, see how we have our copper under the screw head all the way around? Now we'll get our white wire reconnected here the way it should be. Always make your loop the direction your screw turns. Close your loop the direction your screw turns. And you just pull forward a little bit so that your copper stays under the screw head all the way around. You get a nice connection like that. Now we'll flip it over this way and we'll get our black wire hooked up. Okay, all our insulation's off. So we make a loop the direction our screw turns. Close the loop the direction our screw turns. Make sure it's nice and tight, and our copper is under the screw head all the way around the way we want it. And now we can just push our wires back into our box. We'll put a cover on this when they paint, after they paint the room. And let's just make sure our polarity is still correct, which it is. The narrow slot is live. Our plaster ears rest against the sheetrock so we don't have to shim it out. Alrighty, so that is how to properly rewire a receptacle here in the country I was born in. We use a 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare, the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors, however you may find white live in a 110, 120 volt switch loop or in a 220, 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. Peace. Thanks for watching.